Welcome to another moving, flowing movement practice. We're going to be combining aspects of dance and yoga and a bit of pilates down on the mat to try and get a full body workout, but in a way that feels soulful, beautiful, and just healthy for our bodies. Remember, just work according to your body. Everybody's body is different. There's no competition. If at any point you feel in pain or discomfort in your body, listen to your body and try and adapt the movements and take your rests if you need to. And let's just get started. We're going to start with our feet parallel. Just spread those feet to take a nice deep breath in. And then bring the hands facing forward and release them down the front of the body. This time we're going to bend our knees, breathing it in. And softening those hands down in front of the body. One more time, breathing it in. And softening those hands down in front of the body. Last time, we're going to keep those arms up. Now we're going to reach one arm and try and touch the ceiling. And then the other side. Reach and reach. Feeling that length in the waist, in those obliques. Now as you reach, pull the other elbow down into the waist, so you feel like you're reaching in two directions, upwards and downwards. Let's do 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. We're going to keep going with that movement, but as we reach, the same foot as that arm sinks into the floor, so you really lengthening down the side of the body. 6 and 7. Let's speed it up, double time, and walk, and walk. Trying to just get some blood moving through the body. We're still feeling on flow. Let's do last 4. Same thing, but to the side. Reach. Let it flow from the shoulder, down the elbow, to the fingers. Walking through those feet. Toe will heel, so you articulate into those feet. Now same thing but push down. You must feel like you're working through mud. There's that feeling of resistance. 4 more, 3 more, 2. Now the last one, we're going to push it forward. That feeling of push and pull. As you push forward, the other hand pulls into the waist. 4, 3, 2. Just keep those feet walking and take it up again. 4. To the side for 4. Take it down for 4. To the front for 4. Let's do that one more time. Up, 4. Side, 4, 4. Down for 4. And to the front for 4. Now take the legs wide into a deep plie. Bring it in. Nice big inhale. Releasing that weight from those sit bones to the floor. 1 more. Now we're going to sit here in our second position. I want you to really spread those toes and think of pushing those knees out to the sides. You're zipping up from your pubic bone to your belly button. You're going to take those arms wide, rotate. So rotating in that shoulder area. Remember, if you need to straighten those legs in between, just to give those knees a break, you can. And to give those quadriceps, those thighs a break. 2 more. 1 more. Bring the arms forward and open. Forward and open. Really zipping up from the pubic bone to the belly button. And forward and open. Rotate. Rotate. And 2. And 3. And 4. Forward and open. So we're sitting in the second position for quite a long time. Remember to take breaks if you need to. And rotate the arms. Rotate. And 2. Focus on pushing those knees to the baby toes. Taking it forward. And open. Now we're going to add to this one heel off, stretch the legs. Other heel off, stretch the legs. Feel like you are squeezing those palms together. And squeeze, lift, squeeze. Get those elbows out to the side, squeeze. Actually put pressure between those hands. 4. And as you're going into that deep second position, spreading those toes, you're feeling that pelvic floor drawing up into the belly button. Stay down with rotate. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Take the arms across. And open. Across. And open. And heel. And heel. And lift. And heel. And lift. And heel. Now we're going to do 4 more of these, squeezing those hands together. And 3. Hopefully you're getting a bit warmer now. 2. You have 1 more. Now just give me a little swing. Just releasing it. Just releasing it. We're going to do 4 and 3 and 2. Last one, and you're going to bring the legs in. Now I'm going to stand on my mat. You don't really have to, but it just gives me a bit of traction. So we're going to go from one side to the other into a side lunge. Now as you lunge, your toes and your heels are facing forward. Your sit bones are reaching back behind you. If you feel like you're sliding on your mat, you can take your socks off and work barefoot. You're going to take those arms forward, reach, pull them in, and reach, pull them in, and reach, pull them in, and reach. Now we're going to reach with one arm, reach. You'll see we're going into an L shape with the arms. One arm goes forward, the other one goes to the side. And you're really zipping up that tummy to support your back. Can you stay down here for 3 counts? 1 and 2. Reaching for the fingers. 3, lifting that tummy. And up, down 1 and 2 and 3 and up. And again 1. This foot I'm pushing to the outside of that foot, keeping it nice and flat. Everything is facing forward, so we're in parallel. Knees, hips, toes, everything facing in a straight line forward. And again, adding on 1. Change the arms. Change the arms. Bring it in. And 1. Change the arms. Change the arms. Bring it in. Let's do that again. And 1. We're zipping up that tummy. Change. And in. 1 more. 1. And change. And change. Now we're just going to focus on one side. So we're going to drop, bring it in, don't put the foot completely down. You want to try to find that balance. Drop, if you can, catch it. Drop, catch. Now if you struggle with that balance, just put that toe on the floor. But it's good to really try and test that balance a little bit. Even if it's just off the floor, just that you can put it down if you feel a bit wonky. And drop. Still reaching those sit bones behind you, putting that tummy and drop. You've got 2 more. If you want a bit of overload, you can hold some dumbbells in your hand. Let's go to the other side. And drop. First, find the balance. Drop. You want to really spread that supporting foot. Balance is also about energy, lifting up to the head. Drop. Now if you're ready, let's find it. And lift, and drop, and lift. If we're not completely dropping the chest, we're trying to keep that chest in line with the hips, into a flat back position. Drop, and lift. We've got 2 more on this side. Drop, and lift. 1 more. Drop, and lift. Bring those legs in. We're going to take it to the front of our mat now. Just take a nice deep breath in. Inhale into mountain pose. But now I want you to open those arms, get that chest wide. Breathe it in, try not to arch the back. And take it over. Soften your knees, let the head go, shake it out for a second, and uncurl. And again, breathe in. And open, lift your chest like you are rising up to the ceiling through your chest bone. And take it over. And soften the knees. And uncurl. Keep zipping up that tummy one more time. And lift. Inhale, lifting up to the ceiling. And lift it up. Taking it over. And softening the knees. And uncurl. From there, we're going to breathe it in. Taking it into a flat back here. Now you want to really lift that tummy up. We're going to soften the knees, looking to one side and lift. Looking to the other side and lift. Again, if you need to take a break in between so that your back has a bit of release, you can do so. Otherwise, we're staying here for 4 more. 3 more. Keep zipping that tummy up. It's going to support the spine. 1 more. From there, dropping it down. Soften the knees. Now we're going to stretch one leg. The side that you're stretching, you're going to open that arm up. If you need to, you can put your hand on one leg. You're going to melt that arm behind your back. Soften your knees. Release over the legs. Now we straighten the other leg and rotate towards the straight leg. Again, you can lift your hand up if you need to on your leg. Melt that hand behind the back. Soften your knees. Release. Let's go a little bit faster. 1 and 2. Hand behind, soften, release. Open. 2. Hand behind, soften, release. Open. 2. Hand behind, soften, release. Put 1 more. Hand behind, soften, release. From there, take it into a little flat back. And relax the body over the legs. Again, flat back, hands are on the shins. Keep those knees soft if you need to. 2 more times. Really draw that tummy in to support the spine. 1 more. Releasing it down. Last one. From here, soften those knees, swing those arms forward. Feel like you're sitting down. Come up. Releasing it. Now we're going to shift one leg back and the arms forward, and then we're going to bring it in. So we're going to work all on one side. And shift, bring it in. And shift, in, and shift, in. Notice I'm landing on my toes. I'm not putting my heel down, so I'm not going completely back on that leg. The weight is predominantly on this leg. And if you need to, keep a chair next to you. Put your hand on the back of the chair to help you with a bit of balance. We're going to do 1 more here. Now we're going to stay there. Now stretch that leg, get your elbows in line with the ears. Bring it back to both knees bent. Reaching. And back to your lunge, both knees bent, this knee to the floor. Reach, elbows next to ears. Into your lunge. So predominantly your front leg is taking all of the stabilizing work. And drop. Now you can stay there or you can test your balance. And drop. 2, keep zipping up the tongue and test the balance. And drop. 2, now when you test that balance and you lift into that arrowgate, you're using your glutes. So try to keep that knee nice and straight. Don't let that knee bend at the knee joint. Slowly release. Now let's go faster. Reach. Now we're going to heel. Take it back into your flex. Now a little bit more momentum here. Swing. Swing. Now you can really give it a little bit more of a throw, but still engaging that core. Reach. Back. We're going to do 4 more. 4. And back. 3. Back. 2. Back. 1. Back. Now let's try and find a hold for a second. Zip up that tummy. Take those arms next to the bottom of the legs. Reaching towards your foot. Engage that core. And bring the leg in. Shaking it out. I'm going to step to the other side of the mat. And breathing it in. Taking it over with a flat back for a moment. Soften your knees. 1, 2, stretch. And soften. As you stretch, you go to that flat back. And again, soften. Stretch. One more time. Soften. Stretch. Now soften those knees and bring those hands up into the ears. Push into those heels to come up. And you're going to shift it into that lunge. And bring it in. Nice and slow and controlled. Bring it in. Really trying to find that alignment. So making sure this knee doesn't go over the toes when you're in your lunge. And up. And again, shift back. 2, the whole time zipping up in that tummy for support. And shift. Those back toes are spreading. And lift. We're working slowly so we can really focus on alignment and not use momentum. We're going to do 2 more. We'll wait for the music to catch up with us. And 1 more. And now we're going to hold it there. From here, reach forward, elbows next to the ears. Reach back into the big knee, lunge, and forward. And lunge. And forward. So you'll feel 90% of your weight in that forward position is on the front leg. Lift that tummy to support your back, your lower back. And reach. Now, if you want to, you try and do the same with the balance. And lower. And reach. And lower. Keep zipping up that tummy. And reach. And lower. Reach. Really stretching through the fingers, stretching through the toes. Let's do 2 more of these. Bring the tummy in. I do tend to lose count sometimes. You want to be more or less even on both sides. Let's give it a bit of a swing. Reach. Flex. Reach. So now it's almost like a kick. Using some momentum. Maybe getting a bit of height. Just want to pull that tummy in to support the back. We've got 2 more. We've got 1 more. Let's hold it. Find that balance. Zip up that tummy. And bring it in. And roll it out. We're going to go back to the side. So I'm just going to adjust my mat. Breathing it in again. And all the way down. And again, soften your knees, let the head go. Flat back. And soften. Let that head go. Flat back. We're going to do 2 more. Flat back. Last one. Flat back. Now place those hands down, soften the knees. Shift one leg back. Into your plank position with the other leg. Now at any point if you need to, you can put those knees down. You're going to bring one knee in and back. 2 and back. 3 and back. So we're going to go for 8. But if you need to, take a break in between. 4 more to go. Keep drawing the tummy in. 3 more to go. 2 more. 1 more. We're going to drop those knees, point the toes, and pull back into recovery stretch. Straight away, palms it forward, toes under, into your plank. Pull that tummy in. Knees, point, pull back. Palms forward, toes under, stretch. Now you don't want to be collapsing the waist here. You need to really make sure that you're maintaining a slight forward tilt in the pelvis. Don't collapse, you keep it zipped and protect your back. One more time. Knees, point, pull back, pounce, toes, and reach. Now we're going to go back to our knee under and back. But this time we're adding a slight twist. Under and back. So your other option is you can put the knees down and just pull that knee in and place it down. So you also have that option if you are struggling to hold your plank without your tummy being lifted, supporting the spine, or if you need to take the weight off the wrists, let's do 2 more. 1 more. Knees down and point, pull back. Now tuck your tail under, ripple through the spine, uncurl, and then lower your body down and pull back. Tuck the tail under, scoop, ripple, uncurl, not completely collapsing the waist, lowering it slowly, pull back. And again, tuck the tail under, scoop, ripple, keep tilting that pelvis, and pull back. We're going to do 1 more of those. Tuck, scoop, ripple forward, and lower, and pull back. Tuck your toes under here. Now if you can, follow those knees. We're going to pounce and drop. Pounce and drop. Now again, if you need to, you can put those knees down and pounce and pounce and pounce. Pounce and hold. Let's bring one leg forward. Make sure that your knee is on top of your heel. We're stretching out to that back leg, reaching out to the top of the head. We're going to rotate towards the knee. Bring it down. And then open the toes out into a modified triangle and down. So we're going to keep it moving. Open to the knee, bring it down. Turn the toes out, open to the front, bring it down. One more time each side, open to the knee, bring it down. Last one, open to the front, bring it down. Zip up that tongue. Now you have a choice here. You can either just put the leg back, or you can try for an extended reach with that leg, but making sure you're pulling up into the tummy to circle it around. Now that is by no means necessary, only if you want a little bit of an extra stretch. Let's put the other leg in front, reaching out to the head, reaching back to the heel. Just find that stretch in the hip, opening it up. And down. Now we'll be facing away from you. Open that foot to flat foot. And release. And open. 2 and down. And open. Triangle. And down. 2 more times. And open. 2 and down. Turn it out. Triangle. And down. If you want to do this one, you can drop that knee. Open. And down, but you will need to straighten it to go into that triangle and down, holding it there. Now you either just place that leg straight back, or if you want that extra stretch, you circle it around, hold it there. We're going to bend those knees, lower to the floor, pushing it up. Now we're going to stay on the side, lowering to the floor and pushing it up. An easy movement, not requiring that much strength in the upper body, but just enough that those muscles start to wake up a little bit. And stretch the legs, swap to the other side, same thing, lower, and stretch, and lower, and stretch, 2 more, lower, stretch. If it feels easy, just enjoy the fact that you've got a moment that is not too hard. Step back into your plank and drop those legs. You're going to turn it around. Now I'm going to just adjust my mat a little bit again, so you can see what's going on. Sit nice and tall with that body, reaching those arms wide. Open, breathe in. Tuck the tail, hug your foot. breathing in, 2, and hug, 2, breathing it in. So as you hug, you tilt that pelvis, scoop that tummy in. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Last time, inhale. Place the hands down next to you. Extend those legs. The hands are a little bit further back from your hips. Weight in your hands. Tap that pelvis under, scoop, and push up to the front of the pelvis. Now don't let them look for back. You're looking up to the ceiling, squeezing those glutes. Now let the hips drop, but try and keep the chest up to the last moment. Release the wrists. Tilt, scoop, use both glutes. We're going to really open up the front of the body. Feel the weight of the pelvis pulling down. And then tilt. And lift. And get those sit bones pulling down. We're releasing the weight of the wrists. And again, tilt. And lift. And feel the sit bones. And up. One more time. Tilt. Scoop those glutes. Lift. And release the sit bones. From there, you might want to bring a little bit forward on your mat. Reach those hands forward and glue those legs together. Tilt that pelvis. Now if you need to, you can wrap a jersey or a resistance band around your feet to help you roll up. From there, you're going to take those hands up to the ceiling. Flip up that tummy and bring one leg in, bring the other leg in. Make sure that lower back stays on the floor. You're going to open those arms overhead without the ribs flaring. Circle them around. As they get down towards the heels, round your chin, chest lift. And lower. 2, circle, chest lift. And lower. 2, circle, chest lift. And lower. So what you don't want is that back to arch. We try to keep the back really still, especially here. This is where the work is needed to make sure those ribs don't flare. One more. Chest lift. We're going to add on to this, taking it over. Chest lift, hover one knee. Lowering it down. Hover the other knee. Really think of sinking that lower back into the floor, using that tummy. Breathe out. Over. Breathe out. We're going to do one more each side. And breathe out. We have last one. And breathe out. And lower it down. Shake that neck from side to side so that you can release that neck. From there, I want you to just get that lower back into the floor. Find that belly button to connect. Take the arms a little bit of a V away from you. Zip up deeper to float one leg up and float the other leg up to join it. Now I want you to pull one knee into your chest and tap the other toe down, separating those knees. And change. 2 and change. 2. So we're just swapping those legs and you're really thinking of drawing that tummy down. And 2 more. And 1 more. Now you're going to bring one knee into your chest, extend it. As this one comes into the chest, that one reaches away. That one bends and extends. So we're going to bicycle. Once you've got the coordination, start to focus again on what's happening in your core. If you struggle with the coordination, just go back to swapping 2 bent knees. 4 to go. 3 to go. 2 to go. 1 to go. Both knees back together. With those hands underneath the legs. And rock to bring it up. And shake it all out. We're going to move on to our side for the next bit. I want you to place your hand underneath your shoulder. So now we're not going to be lazy in these ribs. We're going to lift up in the rib cage. One foot is in front of the other. Give that nice lift. Reaching your hand for the feet. Lifting onto the knees. Those hips come off the floor and release. So this is number 1. release, and lift, release. We're going to do one more like this. Now you can stay with this if you want. This is your level 1. Level 2, stay this way. And you can also decide, keep it on the floor or lift it. And in, 2, lift, 2, and in, 2, and again, lift, and in, and lift, and in. Now level 3, we get one foot down, other foot down, slowly bring it in. So the top leg goes out first, so when you come back, the bottom leg comes in first. Last 2. One more to go. From there, we're going to take those legs in front and roll to the other hip. But we're not going to stay there. Take the legs in front, roll to the other hip. Take the legs in front, leaning away from those legs as you tuck it in. Take the legs in front and tuck. Now if you're struggling, you can walk the legs across and tuck. That's another option. I know it feels kind of strange, but sometimes strange, isn't it? Otherwise, we're going to go a bit faster. And tuck. And tuck. So you go at your own pace. We've got 4 more. 3 more. Sometimes it needs to just be playful. 1 more. Last one to finish on this side. Now we're back on the side that we need to do. Hand under your shoulder, one foot in front of the other, lifting it up. And down. And lift. And even though we're working on the side, just be pulling in that tummy. Feel like you've got your tight jeans on. Lift. That's your level 1. You can stick with that. Or you go level 2. And up. Lift. And up. 2 more of these. Or you can stay at your level 1. 1 more. And if you really want to, you go to level 3. Out, out. In, in. Out, out. In, in. 2 more. In, in. Remember, you go to the level that's comfortable for you. In, in. And take those legs in front and tuck. And again, if you want, just walk them around. So you can choose which one you want to do. Let's go a little bit faster. And tuck. And tuck. We're going to do 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. From there, we're going to lie down on our front. Again, I'm just going to adjust my mat. So lying down on your tummy. You're going to rest your forehead on your hands. First, make sure that pubic bone is tilted into the mat so that your lower back doesn't collapse and your tummy is pulled in. You're going to squeeze those bum cheeks and lift both legs. Pulse them out. 2, 3, drop them down, lift, pulse. Drop them down, lift, pulse. As you're pulsing, you're zipping up that tummy. Don't let the tummy hang out to the mat. And pulse. 2, 3, 2 more and pulse. 2, 3, last one. Now, let everything relax for a second. One hand on either side of your chest, make sure it's wider than the mat. Again, keep it going to the mat, tummy in. Nose hovering above the mat. Shoulders down and away from the ears. Lift up to the top of the head like a snake rearing its head. You're going to hover those arms, reaching for the toes. Bring the arms in, draw them down, release. Keep it going to the mat, tummy in. Lift up into that cobra. Hover. Squeeze those arms into your waist. Bend. Release. Again, keep it going to mat. Tummy in. Hover. Hover the arms. Now hold it there. Zip up the tummy more and lift those legs. And now I want you to swing those arms and legs like you're one of those wind-up toys in the bar. Keep pulling the tummy deeper. 8, 7, 6. Crack and roll up between your shoulder blades. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Hands under the shoulders. Push up and into the recovery stretch. From there, we're going to bring it with one leg in front and one leg behind. So we call this a fourth position. We're going to just lie the body over the front leg just to stretch out that hip. It's an area that we don't often stretch. And I want you to just let your head be heavy and just give into gravity. Take a couple of deep breaths there. And gently uncurl. Now you're going to grab your back foot, push your knee back and your hip forward. So we're aiming to stretch out our quadriceps here. Again, a lot of the yoga movements, we stretch out those hamstrings, those inner thighs, what we call the adductors, but not always the quads and not always the glutes. So we're going to just try and stretch those out a little bit. And let's put the other leg in front, other leg behind, and lie yourself down over your foot. Now remember, if you need to, you can put your chest over your foot to get more of a stretch, depending on how tight you are in the hips. Just hold it there for one more breath. Try and release all those muscles. And uncurl and grab the back foot. Push that knee back and that hip forward. Unlike the first video, I thought my music much quieter today because I realized the music was too loud. So I hope you've been able to hear me much better in this video. Just breathe into that stretch. Remember, the more the knee goes back and hip goes forward, the more you get to open out that muscle. And gently bring it back. Sit however is comfortable, cross legs, or in an easy baby position, or soles of the feet together. Just find a way to sit that feels comfy. Let's take one arm up, grab the wrist, reach it up and over slightly, but I don't want that bum to come off the floor. So you're reaching for the arm, letting the head be heavy. Bring it back to the ceiling and relax, shake it out. Take the other arm up, breathe in, grab the wrist, up and over. Just a gentle stretch, but let that hip fall. Try and get that bum heavy to the floor. And reach it up. And shake it out. Now this time, we're going to take that arm up. Let the elbow sink to the floor as you reach it over. Now you should feel more of a stretch, especially if you're not letting this bum cheek come off the floor. Push down to come up. Other side, breathe it in. And over, try to get the elbow to the floor. Try not to go behind your hips. Don't want to go into an arch back. Keep both bum cheeks on the floor. And we're going to take it up. 1. And over. Bring it to the front. Finish the circle with the other arm. And push down to come up. Other side and over. 2. Now as you go forward, pull your belly into your spine. Finish with the other arm. You might feel a nice stretch through your back as you do this movement. Let's do it one more time each side. Breathe it in over. And breathe out. Scoop the tummy in. Finish with a breath in on the other side. And breathe out to push down. Last time. And breathe in. Breathe out. Scoop the tummy in. Shifting it to the other side. And bring it back. And just roll those shoulders out. Release that neck. Take a deep breath in. Fingertips come together. Now we're just going to hold those fingertips together. Just keeping that gentle pressure on those fingertips. Not big pressure, just easy. Just feeling that natural energy. Be aware of those shoulders. Try and sink them down back. Now ever so gently, just let go of those fingertips. Let those hands fall to the knees. open to receive. And just keep your gaze gently in front of you. Give yourself a moment.